Now, apparently, this is one of my first DNA shows ever. Now, this has to go back maybe almost 20 years or close to it. And I'm anxious to see how I did it, because I have a feeling that my inflection and how I did these shows were much different then than they are now. Let's take a look.
Today, we're going to be giving paternity tests to the men those mothers believe to be the fathers of their children. And by the end of this hour, no more doubts, no more accusations.
I seem a little less sure of myself than I am now after all these shows.
How long did you go out together?
We didn't go out very long, but he was the only one that I'd had sex with at that time.
Right. Let's bring Dana.
Look at my hair. I mean, it's ridiculous, much longer. I'm wearing a tie. I haven't worn a tie in about 15 years. Oh, I'm a little heavier back then. And look at the kind of pleats in the pants and the big shirts. Look at my shirt. I mean, I could sleep in it. It looks like a tent.
The fourth week in October, we went for maternity clothes.
Right.
When I handed her $1,000 and she said, "Oh, don't hand it to Dana. I want to lay it out on the bed and lay on top of it for him tonight for a surprise."
What's your Well, you're a lady from Georgia. They don't talk like that down there.
When you're talking to somebody like this here?
No, that's about the same as I would do it now.
My next guest, Yvonne, has been waiting 25 years to find out who her real father is.
When I was 9 years old, the man I thought was my dad sat me down and told me that
we still
I was
do
adopted
this show,
by him.
of course, where adults now are trying to prove to men that they're the fathers that were never in their lives.
That was my father when I was 9 was not my father.
These guests look very, very similar to the ones.
Well, let's
Boy,
meet
that
your mother.
boy
Here
doesn't
she
look the
is.
same.
Let's find out what happened.
Told her it was either one or two men, so I tried to find both of them, and I found one.
How about the guy you found? What did he say?
He's accepted her since she was age 17, and truthfully, I hope it turns out he is.
I would tell this old me, this Maury of almost 20 years ago, you know, cut your hair, change your outfit, and be more hands-on with the show. Don't just try to be an anchor man.
Thank you very much. Have a seat. First of all, Steve, there you go.
It's much more subdued back then for some reason. You know, the action isn't as quick and crazy as it is now. I think the audience seemed distant, but now, I mean, the audience is the active ingredient for my show. I couldn't do the show today without the audience being such a part of it.
The paternity tests are come back in a week or so. We want our folks to go home. We're going to come back.
We waited a week. Wow.
Who the fathers really
gosh.
are. It's 1 week later. Here's the result. Dana, Sarah is your child.
Now look at that. I would no more give a result like that today. I mean, it would be, you know, so-and-so, you are the father. I mean, I would have all the inflection, all the emphasis, all the emotion. There's not as much emotion back then as there is now.
You are not!
And I think over the first couple of years, I'd say year 2 or 3, I was giving the emphasis of you are the father or you are not the father.
And you're not the father.
Doesn't matter. I still love you.
Wow, I'm kind of amazed at over the years how it evolved in terms of the results, in terms of those signature lines that are now so much a part of the show.
Until next time.
Thank you.
Until next time, America has been there for me for the last 30-some years in all of the national television shows I've done. Wow, it's fascinating. Glad you showed it to me.